Hey everybody, I'm back again doing another video, but this time it's a little bit different. I'm not in my bed, but I have someone with me. Say hi, Justin.
Hey guys, how are you?
I know you can hear him because I have him right next to the computer. This is Rhine1988 here with me. The reason that we decided to do this video is he called me and pulled me out of my work, which I always appreciate, and plus it's great talking to him since he's back home.
It's fun talking to you, Jamie.
It's always great talking to you, but you know that. I'd probably annoy you. Here's the article right here. It's in Entertainment Weekly with Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm sighing. It's Fright Night too. I was telling Justin the thing that annoyed me is it says this about, Colin Farrell says this about Jerry Dandridge. He's kind of trying to bolster his ranks a bit. He's lonely enough that he's trying to make a tribe. He's a snacker. He's a strain of vampire who feeds and buries the undead that he feeds from in the ground and then uses them for 3 or 4 days, but he's turning them as well, making a little family. And it also says the 3D update. Okay, I'm not going to barf on camera. So, Justin and I were discussing remakes in general. For me, I will not go see this movie. If you offered me, you would have to pay me $1 million before I would see this. As a matter of fact, if I had the power to turn into Jerry Dandridge, like hardcore, I would go find Colin Farrell and everybody involved in this flick and kill them off. Justin, what are your thoughts? I know they're not as bad as mine.
Okay, well, like I was telling you, on the phone, like, when I first heard about a Fright Night remake, I was like, I was interested. I mean, and in a way, I'm not as, upset about it. Some stuff about it, kind of pisses me off. But when it first was announced, I was like, okay, this could, work. The one thing that really throws me off the most is the whole 3D thing. I'm sorry, but I don't think Fright Night should be in 3D. And I think the one thing that makes the original work the most, when you're talking about Colin Farrell is wanting to build up an army, basically, the one thing that works with the original Fright Night is that, you have Jerry Dandridge, who's a vampire next door, but he's not, wanting to build up an army. He grabs Evil Ed, turns him into a vampire, and he grabs Amy and turns her into a vampire, but he's not initially wanting to build up an army. For me, though, when it comes to remakes, and I've mentioned this in videos, I go see the movie for the movie, even though sometimes when I hear that one of my favorite movies is being remade, I'm kind of hesitant about it. I might see this, I have no idea, just because I want to see, what it's like. I don't think it's going to top the original. The original is always going to be the best, and it's always going to be the classic one. And if people see the Fright Night remake, and if they have not seen the original, they need to watch what is going to be the best one. So that's my opinion.
I agree. I do agree, and you should see me. I was making faces. When you see the video, you're going to laugh. I do think that the original is the best. I have no interest in seeing this film. I do not see, I'm looking at the picture of Colin. It was like Jerry Dandridge. I'm trying to think. I mean, he was always very suave and put together and smart and just so sexy. Colin Farrell in this has got nasty looking nails, which Jerry Dandridge, if you remember, his would come out from time to time, but he always looks so put together. And this, Colin just looks like Colin, like he's been on a drinking binge. See?
Well, I'm looking at a picture myself of Colin Farrell, and first of all, I'm going to say I am a fan of his movies, some better than others, but, when I first heard about Colin Farrell being Jerry Dandridge, I said, okay, this could work. But looking at the pictures, the one thing that throws me off, and they're going for a 30 Days of Night type of feel, is the black eyes. I don't get that at all. The cool thing and the great thing about Chris Sarandon's Jerry Dandridge was that he looked like a normal guy. He didn't have to have the black eyes. He had a really cool smile. And I will have to admit that Colin Farrell just looks like Colin Farrell, except he has a little blood on his lips.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, it's probably a lot like Let Me In versus Let the Right One In. For me, I enjoyed not seeing the girl transform. I liked being able to visualize her in my own mind versus... I think that's the problem with new Hollywood films, is they don't leave anything to your imagination anymore. It's like they've got to show it to you because they think that you're not crafty enough to come up with your own ideas of what someone should look like or what they should be like. I mean, it's more of a shocking reveal, like with Fright Night, the original, not this crap. But whenever Jerry Dandridge goes from being this super sexy beast to this horrendous, oh my God, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
You know, evil-looking vampire, I know what you're talking about.
Amy, too. Goes from a sexy siren, hello, to being, holy crap, you know, it's like, what was it, Army of Darkness? Honey, you got real ugly. You know, it's one of those kinds of things. So, yeah, me and Justin wanted to do a quick video. We won't keep it too long, but we were just thinking about remakes. And with Fright Night, for me, it's really difficult because Fright Night is one of my absolute favorite films. And I won't say this. My husband asked me, and I was on the phone with Justin, he said, why do you continue torturing yourself by looking at it? Because you know it just makes you angry.
Well, here's the deal. Here's what I'll do for you so you don't have to see it. If I see the movie just for the purpose of seeing it, I'll tell you what it was like so you don't have to see the movie. But you know what? There's always going to be one Fright Night, and that's the 80s original cult classic.
Well, let me just ask you this. Do you really want to see a Fright Night with McLovin as Evil Ed?
That's one of the things that threw me off about this.
McLovin.
You know, I've told you that my mom's a huge Fright Night fan.
Yes.
And I remember I told her about that. She was like, really? I was like, yeah.
McLovin.
I don't know. I've seen a picture of what he looks like. He doesn't look creepy. He just looks like McLovin. And that's, you know, I feel sorry for him because now he's going to be known as McLovin.
Well, not only does he look like... Do you remember the movie he was in? God, what was it called? With Paul Rudd. And
Role Models.
Role Models. And he was into that Dungeons and Dragons shit. That's what he looks like in this movie.
Yeah,
it's like he just took that character. Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I'm off the ends. I'm 50-50 with this. I don't know what it's going to be like, but, you know, I was the same way when I heard Rob Zombie was going to remake Halloween. But, first of all, I'm a huge Michael Myers fan, so I saw the movie. I was pleasantly surprised by it. Although with Fright Night, you know, even when I hear about a remake being made, I kind of dread it a little bit, but I think I'll see the movie. But if I hate it, you know. If I like it, I like it. But I'll definitely let you know and not let you see the movie. I'll just tell you what I thought about it.
Oh, sweetie, you don't got to worry about me saying it. I ain't going nowhere near it. I ain't touching that. I mean, you could tell me Andrew Garfield has a cameo, and I wouldn't see it if that tells you anything.
What about Chris Sarandon if he had a cameo?
I love me some Chris, but if he had a cameo in this film, I would have to say, Chris, what were you drinking when you said yes? What were you on when you agreed?
But what I mentioned this in the video I did last night. I'm hoping, even though, you know, I'm 50-50 with remakes, I'm hoping that the next 10 years we have of horror movies, you know, we leave the remakes alone and we go on to do more original stuff, and a lot of more original horror movies get noticed in theaters. Because with a lot of the remakes that have come out, even though I like some, it's very hard for the original stuff to get noticed.
That's true, yeah. Well, it's because people aren't inventive. They can't come up with their new ideas, and it sucks. Okay, Justin, we're going on 10 minutes. I don't want to keep it for too long because we don't want to bore people. Hopefully they're not bored. How can they be? Justin's on the freaking phone. Anyway.
Well, you know what? It's always like a pleasure to talk to you and do a video with you, Jamie. And, you know, I think when the Fright Night remake trailer comes out, you know, I don't know what we're going to do, Jamie. We might have to do another video.
You know what? We can, but I'm going to be making fun of it. So, just let you know.
This is kind of like Ebert and Roper. We have like two people, like different sides of our you know, our own opinions. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be doing Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. What's wrong with you, fool? Come back over here. What do you mean you have a cross? I'm an atheist.
Well, thank you.
Sorry. All right.
Oh, man. You cracked me up.
I'm sorry. All right. I don't mean to crack you up. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us just discussing remakes. Please feel free to leave a comment below. I'm going to leave a link to...
Yeah. Watching it. That's awesome.
And you can say bye, Justin, if you want to. I didn't let you.
Oh, don't worry. Bye, guys. And Jamie, thank you so much for having me a part of this video.
Oh, anytime. We will do the trailer. But I'm going to leave a link for Justin's channel below. And thank you guys for stopping by. And thank you for sharing with us. And Justin, thank you for taking me away from work. So, okay, I'm going to stop the video here. But we will be back at some point with me doing a Mystery Science Theater while Justin tells me to shut up. Overview of the trailer.
Skittles. I had to say it, Jamie.
Go eat some Skittles. Eat some Skittles. Okay, go eat some Skittles. All right. Bye.